What's up,
Hey,
everybody?
just
Welcome to the
good.
Football
That
Boot
normal
Hour.
chat.
I'm James. This is Andrew from the Lockhart Boot Blog, and you are here on the Boot Wizard YouTube channel. If you were one of the early people in the house there, such as Chris's Footy Kicks, Matt, Proper Boots, or Rich, or Clippy's Collection, including Jake Ball, who are all here, most of you are members. You may have heard Andrew and I having a little chat there just as the
Hey,
countdown
Chris.
played while we were just discussing what we were going to be bringing up today during our topic of what are the best looking boots of 2025. This is, of course, an incredibly subjective topic, so we are fully open and welcoming as many people as possible to get
Yeah.
their opinions into the chat today. Chris Pottle has also joined us. Don't want to miss off Chris, so thank you for joining us, Chris. There hasn't been a lot released this week. In fact, there's been nothing
Amazingly.
released this week, which is incredible. Well, there's been one release,
It
but we'll
depends
get to
what you
that.
call. Yeah.
Yeah, really, it is. It's a release as far as we're concerned. So I suppose we start with a combination of what we've been wearing / what we've picked up, and also I assume you might want to let off some steam about how horrendously the Morelia UL
Oh,
drop
yeah.
went for you.
And
Do you want to start with that or pickups?
I just realized I have not brought in the boot I'm currently reviewing.
Disaster.
I'm reviewing that 50 plus. I should get my last session in today.
Nice.
And yeah, that's it's a crazy, crazy boot. So
It's kind of nuts.
yeah. I'm glad it exists. I'm very glad it exists. I
Yeah,
guess we could go on a bit of a rant first.
go for it. Rant it
First
up.
off,
Why not?
we had someone in our comments last week telling us no politics, please, and
We did.
we basically both said like politics isn't everything. Like, you know, the air you breathe is political. Where you live is political. How much money you make is political. How much taxes you make or you pay is political. And the guy was like, uh, you know, I'm not someone who subscribes to that belief. And it's like, okay, well, I doesn't matter whether you believe it or not, it's true.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, stop telling me what to do when he opened with no politics,
No
please.
politics,
So
please.
I guess he was mad that we talked about Palestine and trans rights. And
I assume they were they were the two things we mentioned,
yeah,
but like
it always is.
obviously,
And people like this, like if we talked about politics they agree with, they'd be totally fine with talking politics.
yeah,
It's not about talking politics. It's we said something they didn't like. So
yeah,
they think they can shut us up by telling us no politics. So
yeah.
the long and short of it is don't fucking tell us what to do. Don't
we,
watch
in,
our shit.
we encourage your input. We encourage you to tell
Yeah,
us what to
exactly.
tell us what's going on. We absolutely want that. But of course, there is an element of you have to respect
Yeah.
what's going on with the show, and we can have
And the
adult
world.
discussions about these things.
Yeah. But there's a
But
line you don't cross. Right?
this is, yes, I think
Yeah.
that's a good way of putting it. That is definitely a
And
good way of putting
there's
it.
crossing the line and then there's fucking pole vaulting it like this dumbass.
Yeah, indeed.
So don't
And
talk down
we're
to
always, yeah.
us. Yeah.
No, and we always have been very open about like where we stand on certain things that we believe are important to speak on, and we'll continue to do that.
Yeah,
As I said in my
absolutely.
opening retort to that particular person, you know, it's human rights. We'll continue to speak on them where we see it's
Exactly.
appropriate. So,
Exactly.
and I think
Exactly.
that's completely fair, and that's what we have a very small platform, but we'll use that platform
We
to
absolutely will.
for what we consider to be good. So,
Absolutely.
that's we're going to keep doing that,
Yeah.
and we're not sorry about it.
No. I don't give a damn what people think.
There we go.
I take into consideration people I respect or people who try and come from an honest place about stuff.
Conversation is
Absolutely.
always welcome. Always welcome.
Love conversations, but don't try and shut down conversation. Second rant, the Morelia UL launch yesterday was
Moving on to other rants.
yeah, that was a disaster. Basically, I managed to get a pair, and it's for one of my buddies, and I'd been asked to get like 4 or 5 different pairs for people. I managed to get the one pair. Now, getting a second pair, the second pair I had loaded up, I got a little greedy and tried using shop points. And by the time I loaded up the shop points to get the discount, the boots were
they were
gone.
gone. Yeah.
But the frustrating thing is, like, I went on Mercari, which is the site most people use for resale here, and there was 15 pairs in my size and the size that like a lot of my friends were wanting, just sitting on there for like almost double the price. And it's just so frustrating. So I just spent the entire day just lowballing people, and like, surely one of these guys is gonna crack. It's like
Nobody's cracked yet, I assume.
nobody's cracked yet. Well, and more are coming in today. More people are getting theirs today. Like the pair I ordered yesterday are coming in this morning.
Right. Okay.
Already. But like, yeah, I like the retail was, I almost said it in Japanese. It's 29,000 yen, and people are putting them up for like 48,000 yen.
Right. They're
And
literally
so,
just
yeah,
almost doubling the price on
and
them.
it's like, okay, I'm screwed. I've got to pay more. Even the resale price is still cheaper than most places overseas, but I don't want to pay more than like 41,000 yen. So I've been
Yeah.
lowballing people like crazy. Most people have been rejecting it, but I'm just going to keep doing it because
I would
you.
assume that if there's so many of them, like surely, like the
Right?
market isn't there to sustain that kind of price being that high.
Yeah. And I like last night before I went to bed, I already saw prices climbing down to about closer to where I want to pay. So
Yeah, which
yeah.
I think is somewhat to be expected.
But yeah, Mizuno screwed this launch big time. I went to order off Mizuno even, and the same thing happened. Like, well, what happened with Mizuno is my card bounced for some reason, and I
Right.
always have this issue with Mizuno. Nowhere else. Every time I
Interesting.
try and use my card on Mizuno, it bounces. So
Just like
yeah,
that. No boots for you.
yeah. So that's to call it frustrating is kind of an understatement, but it is what it is. And then I
Absolutely.
guess lastly, kind of leading on to boots we've gotten in, I haven't gotten anything, but you've gotten in two boots over here.
Oh, you have. See, I
So
haven't seen. I was like, do I?
yeah,
I haven't seen these yet. So these are for
yeah,
me, but I haven't seen them.
yeah. I figured I'd bring them on the pod as like a
Do it.
review.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these are ridiculous. This is synthetic. This is Puma's K better, and this is the best form it's ever been in. It is
Just
so
ironically done better.
it's so freaking soft. Like these, it is insane how nice these are. And these did not catch on at all. So I think these might die after this generation, sadly.
That's so annoying. But
But
yeah,
like,
I'm looking forward to trying those because,
look how
oh my
soft
god,
that's so ridiculous.
and they were super affordable too, right? You got them on sale for me at like what 60, 70 euros, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. I think that's the roughly equivalent. So yeah, those are those are ridiculous. That sole plate's awesome.
I love that sole plate. That sole plate's fantastic.
It's so good, and
So
it's
good.
it's a week for synthetic leathers because this came in.
Woohoo!
So this
The
is the
excitement.
SS Camo colorway, exclusive colorway of the X-Fly 6. No, it's not anything overly crazy, but I do like the orange tongue. But yeah,
The orange
again,
tongue's what sold me on it.
that
Look at
synthetic
that.
just
Look at
that's
that.
that is crazy. It is crazy how far we've come. So yeah.
Nice. I'm very excited to get hold of both of those. To be honest, the Asics because I know I'll like it. Like I know it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Puma just because it's super interesting, and I really think there's some good kind of talking points to be had around this idea of what Puma have actually given us with the King and the K better over here, and then what they could have achieved with what they've developed there, and just how they've managed to mess that up so badly.
It is amazing. Puma is a company that just like it should be like shooting fish in a barrel, but Puma somehow manages to shoot themselves instead of the fish or even the barrel.
Consistently shooting themselves in the foot.
So
Oh.
this is called the Puma, Jesus asked what model this is. This is the Puma King Mirai Ultimate 2. So there was a Ultimate K Better one, and that one was not great. And then they came out with this, and I stupidly wrote it off until a good friend of ours tried it on at a store we were at and was like, "Mate, these are a problem." And I was like, "Oh, you're actually right." So I'm going to be reviewing them too. I have failed you all. I should have reviewed and, pushed this boot from the beginning. There goes my tissues. Nice.
It's okay. I'm sure you'll probably get to your review before I get to mine. But looking forward to getting hold of them.
You'd be surprised.
Either way, my Athleta review is up for members, but like I don't know when it'll drop for everybody else, but it is up for members. So that is there.
Yeah,
in terms of
they dropped a new colorway in the Ofaz. It's white.
Shock.
Just like the leather one. Yeah, shocking.
Yeah.
The yellow one will show much better, I think.
Yeah, the yellow one looks great. It looks really, really good.
This is the problem with reviewing Japanese boots, is there's so many white bases.
Everything's white.
Everything is white and a color. And after a while, you're just
which is really nice up to a point, and then you're like,
yeah.
maybe something different.
If I wasn't reviewing boots, I'd be more than happy because I prefer just doing white
always
and something. But reviewing boots, like, especially when you put it up on Instagram, everything being white, it's like, okay.
Bit of a disaster.
Yeah.
I did get some boots in this week. I got 2 different boots in. The first one I got in was this one, which might think isn't that exciting. So this is obviously the Kipster CLR. However, hold on, I can reach it from here.
Always prepared this podcast.
This is the old Kipster CLR. I actually think they're still making
Couple of rants front post. Yeah.
I think that there's just going to be maybe 2 versions now. So this is the old version, and this is the new Griezmann version, which at first glance essentially looks like they've taken this and just lopped the collar off and made it a lot lower because that's what Griezmann has. So they've just lowered that down. So to begin with, that's a massive benefit because just that change of shape around the ankle is huge. They haven't changed the price. They are the same price. They're still both €80, which I think is great. You get your little Griezmann logo on the back, and you get your Decathlon logo on the front. Again, exactly what he has. But they haven't stopped there. I thought that's all they'd done before, obviously, they were coming in. And then they came in, and I was like, oh, actually, they've done a lot more than that. So we've got a brand new set of heel padding.
Nice.
So you can see quite clearly the 2 pods in there versus that kind of design there.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different. The material through the knit here has been changed. This is far more structured. The whole thing has a ton more lockdown. And I also think there's a little bit more volume through the kind of end, the pinch on the toe. So it's a very slight tweak there. Overall, it's a lot of small tweaks that make it a better football boot.
I know you were Chris. That's why it's only a 10-second timeout.
For €80, I still think they're decent. They still have the same problem. And it is luck, full on luck that this happened. I got to speak to one of the developers of this boot this week.
Oh, wow.
Which was pretty cool. And flat out asked him, I was like, so do you plan on dealing with that?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, we haven't done anything with it yet, but it's in the pipeline. Obviously, that's quite a big thing to try and change on like something they've done quite quickly. Switch for, I know Griezmann's been with them a while, but to put out that whole new kind of fit and shape and everything, it is quite quick to have done that. So yeah, it still has, like I say, it's not as bad as some other boots, Tiempo Pro FG, because you still get the initial point where the bend is correct.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. But if you just plant and move off in a new direction too quickly, there's too much here where it just gives up in the middle.
Yeah.
All it needs is something through here just to give it a bit more stability. But yeah, anyway, really interesting. I'm definitely going to do a full playtest with these. I'm also going to probably just going to do a straight up like an unboxing and then a playtest, because I find these very interesting at the moment with the price that they're at and all the different changes that they've made, and the fact that we kind of are moving towards, like, again, from speaking to the developer, something that is heavily influenced by what Griezmann is telling them to do. So the reason that a lot of these changes are made are based on him going, I want this, I want this, I want this. And they're essentially taking that and turning it into a boot, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So those came in. Look out for those on the channel quite soon. Just going to toss them over there. And then the other thing that came in, I haven't shown you this yet. No, I have shown you this. I have. I didn't think I had. I think you're the only person. You and Matt maybe might be the only people who've seen this. The reason I showed Matt this was because it has a sole plate that he would absolutely adore. And guesses in the comments, ladies and gentlemen.
Which brand?
What the hell is that?
Which brand is that?
Yeah, I'll just leave that dangling for a second before I do. Yeah. So these arrived.
It's a heel. It's a pretty decent heel.
The problem with the heel is that you sit too far off the back of it, so it's a bit kind of like bulky, and you just pushed a bit far forward. But it's not. Yeah, there we go. It is Li Ning, and it's the Li Ning. In case you're wondering which one, it's the Hurricane. In case you missed that. But yeah, these are a super affordable football boot. Again, kind of like under €100. Full kind of mesh base. They do seem to run a bit long. So I have these in a 26 centimeter, because that's like kind of go-to, which is actually a US 8.5. And I should have gone with the US 8 255 millimeters. That should have, but it's not terrible. But it's got a little bit of that Mizuno Alpha about the toe box, where you get the dead space over the toes. But for the price, so far, quite impressed. Obviously, haven't been out on pitch in these yet, because look how shiny and white they are. But came in, and I'm really excited to try these. And again, this sole plate, really nice. Great, good, like super stable, like great flex point, super stable, great kind of MG stud pattern. My initial impression is that the sole plate is going to absolutely be the star of the show here. So I'm really looking forward to trying that. I got these from, one second.
A guy.
Yeah. I got them via Funrio Custom. So Funrio make custom kits, and they also make grip socks. So I have some of their grip socks to review. I'm wearing a pair right now. And through speaking to them, they also organized getting me these.
Awesome.
So it's not actually, they don't actually sell them. They just managed to organize, like, they basically just helped me get them, along with sending me out the grip socks. So big shout out to, so their Instagram is literally Funrio, so Funryo Custom. So if you would like to go and say thank you to those people for helping out Boot Wizard, please go and drop them a follow. Awesome. They're only a small page, but they were incredibly nice people. Awesome. So that's where those came from. Ta-da! Cool. So obviously the third boot that we both have is probably the best starting point. Unless, do you have more boots to go through, or are we jumping into main topic here?
No. We jump into main topic.
Okay, so sorry, I just answered Rich's question here. General first impression versus TLSS. I would say the TLSS upper is far superior, but the leaning outsole is superior. So probably a bit both. We'll see when I get them on pitch, but that's my, as you asked, general first impression. A lot more tech on the TLSS as well, which is in some cases really nice to have.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Sorry, I'm getting about to cough up a lung or something. So that leads us to the final boot, which we've both had for about 3 weeks at this point, but we can actually talk about it now, which
Finally.
also leads us into our topic of discussion this week, the best looking boots of 2025 so far. And I think we have both decided that this would come very close to the top of our list, which is this.
Yep.
Look at this.
Very
So this is
aesthetically pleasing.
So aesthetically pleasing. This is the yellow Brazil Soquito Scudetta, and just a wonderful looking football boot. Obviously,
really
kind of like a Vapor 3 homage.
Yeah.
But I adore this. And so, interestingly, I've said this to you before. I think I said it in the chat this week as well. I have very different audiences depending on the platform. So, for example, my Instagram audience tends to be very knowledgeable. Like my Instagram audience is a little bit older. They're usually a little bit more knowledgeable. They're usually kind of like boot heads and such like. My YouTube audience is a bit of a mix. Generally kind of inquisitive people. My TikTok audience is very young people. Like I think 60% of my TikTok audience is aged between like 18 and 24. And it's a lot of, I'm not trying to disparage them in any way. It's like, but a lot of people who still believe that like boots by position is a thing. And, you know, that really sold on the marketing and various things like that. And I've had an incredibly different reaction to what I've put up between the three platforms. That's very, I think, telling for each platform. So Instagram, the reaction has been 95% positive, with like a few people are like, maybe not for me. YouTube, mixed, maybe 60-70% positive. Some people like, maybe not for me. And then on TikTok, we're literally at like 50-50. Like maybe even like 60-40 in favor of not liking them. And I think part of that is the complete miss of the nostalgia. There's all of the, you know, this young generation of people, because even though my analytics say like 18 to 24, we know for a fact there's a ton of people on TikTok who are under 18 who are just saying they're older. So that age group is probably even younger than it says it is in the analytics, and they just have no concept of this like throwback homage. And I think that just completely takes an additional like maybe 10% of love away from the boot for them, where they're just like, nah, don't like it. And people being like, oh, it looks like a Norwich City boot. I'm like, lads, it's Brazil. Like, I realize it has Norwich City vibes. Of course it does, if you look at it that way. But I'm like, come on now.
Yeah, seriously.
I just thought that was very interesting that like this different generations of people are just completely viewing this boot entirely differently.
Yep. Back to the boot itself. I think what I like about these specifically is like this is more like they used to spray paint. It looks like the visual.
It does, yeah. It looks like that.
It looks like they spray painted it. Where I think that's what Nike was trying to achieve in the originals and didn't. Or
because it just ended up as like dotted, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it was like pre-2010, like the whole visual thing. You could see your teammate or something. I think they're trying to play around. That was early on playing around with that concept.
Okay, that's an early call for that one. Yeah.
But like this is, I think it's really cool because it's like, it's almost like somebody took a yellow boot and then spray painted the green on the back to give it that Brazil vibe.
I think it especially looks like that through the heel counter. Like it
Yeah,
really looks like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
been sprayed through on
yeah.
the
You
heel
can
counter,
see like it kind of
where
like
it's just kind of
fades.
spilt
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's really really cool.
I agree.
So yeah, the touches on this are very very nice. Those
Yeah,
poor summer
absolutely.
children.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, those sweet summer children. Um, so yeah, Chris's footy kicks makes a good point, and he's absolutely right. I said the same thing in my sketches review. If they had a Nike, I'm not going to say tick. If they had a Nike swoosh, the TikTok crew would be all over them, which I think is
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah,
No
I
way,
do
you
think there
got
is
the
a
glazer out football boots.
yes, the Newton Heath.
Nice.
Somebody did make that comment, I think, on my Instagram. The Newton Heath idea, which I thought was very very cool, and I hadn't thought of it until I saw that. Um,
It could
and
be the light, by the way, about this looking dark because these are brighter in person. It's closer to what it's showing on James than on my screen. I don't have the back light anymore because we
ah,
changed stuff in this room. So
yeah, mine was probably a pretty good representation of what you're getting.
yeah,
If I can get it,
yeah,
I've got a light right there. So,
yeah. But
but
yeah,
yeah,
these are going to be one of the colorways of the year.
yes,
But for me, I actually think Sokito already did a better colorway. And
I cannot agree with you if you're going to bring out what I think you're going to bring out.
almost nobody's going to agree with me at all.
This
I don't
is
care.
this is madness. This
These
is
are
madness.
I love these. I shouldn't. I blame
Like,
James for my views getting skewed and stuff. AG, I guess, is later this year. I have no idea yet. But yep, Jesus Football agree with me. These are awesome. They're so freaking cool.
I really like them, and I've absolutely come around to them. Like, I was a bit like, 50-50. Then I was like, oh yeah, no, I
Mm,
do like them. And then just gradually over time, and Jesus Football did like a reel on them recently, and like
mm-hmm,
seeing them there, I was like, actually, no, I really do like those.
mm.
However, the concept that they're better looking than these is nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
I think the black sole plate for these makes it because for a long time there was this aesthetic because of Nike's carbon fiber boots is you had a black sole plate
Mm,
and it looked really really good and I kind of like that about these. Plus they don't get dirty as easily, so there's that.
yeah,
But
mine are
the
pretty filthy.
but I think it's not just aesthetics overall. I think it's also the details, like the little Unisport logo right here, right?
Yeah, that's nice.
And the fact that once again we complain boots aren't numbered. These are all
These
numbered
are numbered.
individually. That is
Yeah,
huge.
I
That is
nearly
huge.
bought a pair of those this week. I was so close to buying a pair.
The little Unisport logo
Yeah,
and with the beans and stuff. Unisport down the heel. I might grab another pair at some point if I can clear some of these damn boots out. But yeah, I love these. I shouldn't. I absolutely should not, but I do.
that's what, completely fair. And this is the
Yeah,
beauty. Like I always enjoy doing this kind of podcast or this kind of content every so often because nobody's wrong. Like it doesn't matter what you say, you cannot be wrong. Like if you
yeah,
love it, absolutely go for it.
yeah.
Uh, so
And then I guess before we get to other boots, in conjunction with Unisport, um, who very kindly made an exception, got these sent out to me.
oh,
These
they're
are
so good.
these are ridiculously good. It is
So
literally one of those boots, and it takes a lot, I think, for a boot to feel special. Like these absolutely feel special
I
in
think they
terms of
do.
like
I think they
yeah,
definitely feel special.
yeah. But like these, it's one of those like as soon as they release these, I was like, I have to get a pair.
I
I
have to
absolutely
have
have to.
those.
Yeah, and the boot itself is fantastic. Not perfect, but it's still fantastic. And the details, all the stars and stuff. This logo on the heel that's been custom
Oh, I
designed.
hadn't seen that. That's
Yeah,
nice. I
yeah.
hadn't seen that little
It's
detail.
even got the little Unisport U in there.
I think Unisport have done some fantastic work this
Yeah,
year,
yeah, yeah. I
like
think
with
so
some of their
too.
some of their collabs.
It's just such a
But
cool colorway, though. It helps that
so
the boot's excellent too.
interestingly, just as you have those,
Hmm.
it's probably a good moment to bring up these.
Yes.
Because this is the only other boot I brought with me from my collection, apart from the Scudetta and the Brazil Scudetta, to be like, these need to be in consideration
It's a
for
really good
best looking
purple.
boot of the year, because this is such a good purple. Like,
We don't. Hmm.
however, yours is better.
Yeah.
Like I love this. This is one of my favorite colorways of the year. There's absolutely no question about that.
Hmm.
However, hands down, that one you've got in your hand is
Yeah.
better.
I mean, look at the effect when you get it in the light a bit.
Yeah,
It's got that silver sheen underneath everything. That's not easy to do.
yeah, that
These are
is.
fantastic.
And
Absolutely
like you
love
say, it
these.
helps that they are a really good football boot.
Really, really good boot. It is crazy how much I enjoy these.
The more I wear them, the more I enjoy them as well,
Yeah.
because they continually soften up, and because
Hmm.
I didn't go up half a size and I have that wider foot, the more I can kind of soften them and get them to
Hmm. Yeah.
come to me, the more it even starts to work for
Yeah.
me. It's one of those that I think we did kind of top 5 boots of the year so far a couple of weeks ago, and it made it onto both of our lists.
Hmm.
But it's one that I think has almost kind of been constantly almost falling off my list for other things that have come through. But then every time I go and put it back on, and
Just
I
like,
wear it, and
oh
I'm like,
yeah, I realized.
no,
Yeah, you gotta
this
have it
is
on there.
really good. This has to stay
Yeah.
on the list.
Yeah. It's an absurdly
Um,
good boot.
yeah. Clippy, no, I didn't, but I will explain what is going on to you later.
Yeah, the extra stud is a bit of a thing. I don't
I
really.
don't dislike it. It doesn't really.
It doesn't get in the way, but it just
No,
takes a
exactly.
lot. It just takes a lot to get used to it.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
think it's
or
in the
not get
way.
used to it. Sorry, to notice it.
Yes, that. Yeah. That's like
Yeah.
you have to put them on and go looking for them,
Yeah, you
looking
really do.
for it to know that it's there.
Yeah.
But I always appreciate brands trying stuff, and they've obviously put
Yeah.
it in there as like it's their breaking stud, isn't it? That they've put it in
Hmm.
for. So yeah, you kind of have to go looking for that one. I think you have to go looking for it on a soft surface as well. It
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
really kind of come through in the harder surfaces. I'm just having a quick look in the old chat here because I think there's some really good comments. The one that I definitely want to get to, a front post here says, really love the fact that the few colorways from Sakito make it feel like an occasion. And
Yes.
yes,
Absolutely.
so much this. That is so. This is what have we had? One, two, three, four. Is this five? This yellow one is the
Yeah.
fifth.
The
So
yellow one's the
launch,
fifth.
blackout, whiteout,
Hmm.
Unisport, yellow. Yeah.
And then
So
like the distance between these was like
massive.
6 months. Not six,
Yeah,
not
like
quite 6 months, but
but they've just done the most logical thing. Launch
yeah.
colorway, blackout, whiteout.
Mhm.
All out, absolutely fine. Hold off a little bit,
Give them
limited
time.
edition. Yeah.
Yep.
Limited edition, which was the Unisport. And then give that time, then drop the Brazil.
Hmm.
It's just so smart. And like, so how much of a deal have we made out of this colorway because we
Yeah.
haven't had one forever. Like
Yeah.
we haven't had
Exactly.
a colorway for ages. So they drop a colorway and it's almost like we're making a big deal out of it. Like it's a brand new boot because we
Yeah.
just haven't had the colorway for so long. The amount of
Hmm.
coverage it's getting, the amount we're talking about it, because we just haven't had one for ages. Helps, of course, that
And
it's
it,
a
yeah,
great boot, but you know.
yeah, there's that too. But then it brings it into the spotlight for everybody because not
Hmm.
everybody is looking at it going, well, like Jake Bull brings up Puma, right? Puma launches a colorway and it's memory hold in like a week.
Yep.
But Sokito does it, and because they don't release very many colorways, like you're like, oh, okay, and then everybody talks about it. Everybody has to have an opinion on it.
Yeah,
And that's how it
absolutely.
used to be for a lot of boots. It's like now it's just when a new boot comes out, but it's almost never with a new colorway. It's just eh.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree, and I think that this. So I said in my unboxing, the review will come next week, of course. In my unboxing, that I love this colorway. I think that Sakito just need to be careful to not do too many homages because they
Yeah,
need to kind of carve out their own identity.
exactly.
However, with that said, they are in a position to carve out an iconic identity with colorways because of how they're treating their colorways. They're
Hmm.
treating them as events, they're treating them as special.
Yeah,
So there is a chance of creating something truly iconic with like the Unisport colorway or with something. Maybe the next one they release from this that's not kind of, so you assume the next one they release won't be tied to say a store and
mm-mm.
will be just another colorway and won't be an homage. So there you've got a boot that if you can get somebody in that boot that does something special,
Yeah,
you can really start to build something with that. It's a
yeah.
shame that Millie Bright pulled out of the Euros because like if
Oh
she'd have
yeah.
played and then maybe won the Euros and they'd have maybe given her this early or something,
Hmm.
that would have been very cool. But yeah,
And obviously, the most important Sokito news is the fact that one of the Derby women's players was spotted wearing a pair.
I did not know that.
Yes. So finally,
Nice.
they posted on their story, and I immediately replied and was like, finally, some goddamn Derby stuff. I'm so, like, Ola Aina, good player. I'm really glad, like, everything's going really well for him. But I'm
Absolutely.
sick of talking about Nottingham Forest. Absolutely sick of it.
A Derby fan sick of talking about Nottingham Forest. What?
Yeah.
Oh
So.
dear.
But yeah, it's a thing. Like everybody's talking about it, and the way they've done the launch has been really well calculated as well.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
and the
They
fact that
did.
almost every one of their players wants to wear it because it's just a new colorway. It's something
Yeah.
different.
They did make a funny jibe on my or one of my posts about
So,
like the leaks and such, like because I said in my short unboxing I was like whether this is like launch day or announcement day or something, and they were like who knows anymore, who knows,
yeah,
because
yeah,
like to making fun of like the leaks that had come beforehand,
yeah,
which I thought they'd taken that very very well.
yeah, yeah,
Not from us, mind, we
yeah,
had not leaked
yeah.
anything, we are in the clear there. Proper Boots trying to wind me up by using Volt for a non-Nike boot. Let's not get involved with that.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you know what? Hold on. Oh, I've lost it. I was about to.
Oh, where
I was
is it?
about to
Where is
give.
it? Where is it?
I've lost him.
I'll find
Proper
it. I'll
Boots, where
find
are
it.
you? Oh no, I found him. Here we go. Proper Boots, you sir are going in timeout for 10 seconds. Yes, take that.
Yeah, the Team Guys Predator was this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
did
And I
another
think
release within a few weeks they
fantastic
did
boot.
another colorway, almost the same.
Yes, they did, because like my whole joke was like, why why if look like Teamgeist not Teamgeist? Like
Yeah.
it's the same thing. Okay, so
Obviously, from my end, I think we have to shout out Mizuno's Ruby Red Pack for being
yes.
delightful.
Okay. So what I'm going to try and do,
Mm-hmm.
I have kind of set up for this is
Ooh.
as we talk about them, I'm going to attempt to quickly create the image for that and then put it on screen, all while talking about said boot, which you know is multitasking at its very finest. So okay, so far our contenders. Let's get together some contenders and we can decide on a winner at the end. So far,
I don't think
so
we'll be agreeing on this one, mate.
we absolutely won't, but it will be fun nonetheless. So our contenders so far are the Unisport Tequila. We'll give it that one over the purple. I think that's fair. The
Furon.
the Unisport Furon, the new Scudetta. The Unisport one was last year's, or was that this year? This year? Okay, so
Yeah.
both Scudettas.
But like in general, like I'm willing to say, okay, the yellow one's nicer just because I'm a lonely island man with this.
Okay, let's go with the one Scudetta then. So the yellow green Scudetta and the Unisport Furon.
Mhm.
are our two so far. And then I think you're absolutely right. We definitely have to talk about this.
Yeah.
You see how I stalled there.
Yes.
We have to talk about this. So this is the Mizuno Ruby Red Pack, and I think this is glorious. I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah. They've done a really, really, really good job. I guess this means that they're probably looking to do Diamond for their 50th anniversary, which would be
That
a
would make
smart choice.
sense. Yeah.
That'd be a very smart choice. But yeah, this looks really, really good. The amazingly, well, I guess not amazingly. So the red Morelia 2 sold out immediately here.
Okay.
And then they restocked it. And then the restock sold out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, it helps that it's a new Morelia.
Yes,
Whenever
that's
there's a
definitely
new
playing a part.
Morelia 2, like whatever it is. And with the launch of the UL yesterday, they launched the new fold over tongue one.
Yeah.
So it was the same thing, like just looking through sites, like people, like stores already running out of sizes, and you know they ordered tons of those.
Mm.
So,
So
but yeah,
absolutely flying.
yeah, these are, they're gorgeous. I can't just do all red. That's why I'm selling my red um, Pro 3s because I want a different colorway. But yeah, this is gorgeous, and yeah, the alpha was done really well.
The alpha I really like. I think the alpha looks
Yeah.
fantastic. I think that's very, very nice. Yeah, like there's something about all red boots that I think look incredibly visually appealing to me until I
Hmm.
put them on my feet and I'm like, I don't know if I like this on my feet.
Yeah.
But like nothing against it. I did the stupid thing and instead of selling my X-Fly Pro 3s to buy another pair, I just bought
You just
another
bought
pair
another
in a
pair.
different
I've been
colorway.
trying
And then
not to make myself not to do that.
and then I'll deal with the fact I've got two pairs later. Thank you to Burns Boots for that one. I bought his
I
blue
am
and white.
Guardiola. Nobody cares or wears Mizuno and New Balance and Skechers. I think that is the hottest of takes. That's the nuclear take, and I don't even have to call it a take. I just call that misinformation, I guess.
And and you're definitely in the wrong place for
You
that
are
take.
absolutely in the wrong place.
Not just us, just the chat in general.
Just a chat in
Like
general,
the
yeah.
chat in
Have you met
general
our
is
chat? Are you
yeah.
new? I guess
Have
you're
you
new.
met our chat? Yeah. To quote Mean Girls, you don't even go here.
Yeah, exactly.
But you are very welcome, I am Guardiola. However, that is an absolutely insane take.
Yeah,
Particularly like sketches are only coming through. Like
yeah,
fair enough. Like
fine.
there's not a huge amount of sketches wearers out there. Albeit, like with that said, the SKX2 is excellent. But Mizuno and New Balance, I think, are very well respected and worn
Hmm.
brands. I have people that pick up, like people who would traditionally be nothing but Adidas, Nike. That's all they're going to
Hmm.
wear. I have them rocking up in Mizuno New Balance boots now, and it's not it's not my influence. They're just
You
picking up
want
New Balance boots.
you want an actual hot take?
Do
These
it.
are better than the current vapor, easily.
That's not a hot take. That's just facts.
Now,
There is
don't be harsh to him, Chris. He's allowed to.
Chris, be
He's allowed.
nice.
We let people spread a little misinformation as a treat.
As a treat. As a treat. Um, that's a very
Boy, I'm gonna
good
get you
comment,
fired
Jake.
from Man City for that take. That's brilliant. I love that. That's well in, well in.
Well played, Jake. But yeah,
Off
I
track
would
now.
go as far as to say that Furon is the best speed boot that you can buy right now.
No,
No?
no.
Oh, oh yeah. That's fair. And I suppose,
But to be fair, the New Balance is, and for me, like this is an actual hot take. I prefer the Furon V8 over the Alpha 2.
yeah, me too. But like
The
neither of
Alpha
us are particular
2
Alpha
is
2
like, yeah,
lovers.
yeah. No, we're not. Yeah, we'll just put that
And
out there. The Alpha 2
and I
lovers are.
and I think we are in the minority there, and we definitely have to
Oh,
respect
yeah.
that.
And that's fine.
Okay, let's move along to some other colorways.
Mhm.
Do you have any others that you want to throw out there,
I would
or
love
would
to
you
have
like
a
me to?
UL in my hands. Actually, it is really funny though because I ordered the UL yesterday at 10 a.m. and they should be here before 10 a.m. today, which
Nice.
is superb. Ah, the silver gold DNA colorway is really nice from Mizuno.
Okay.
Just gonna find that.
Let's
Chris
go
Bottle
find that.
also has a good one. The Predator Moments OG was very nice.
You know what? I didn't particularly love the like. I don't love the like. This is a ridiculously hot take that is just me.
Mhm.
I don't love the black, white, red. However,
Of course you don't, because you're always about white boots. If
yeah,
like if James did not have a channel, like his whole collection would just be, well, no, that's unfair. It'd be white boots plus whatever shocking vibrant pick of the week he has. Yeah, but
exactly.
see, those aren't even bad. It's just some of the other stuff that you're like, this is nice. It's messing with me is the problem.
Yeah, it's the
It's
like so
infecting me.
I do like some ridiculous things. Like it's usually like the Adidas F50 colorways that are like just
Mm-hmm.
absolute madness that I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that's all right. I quite like that.
I find myself looking at boots. I'm like, those look great. Wait, why am I agreeing here? Yeah, this pack was really nice. I think the problem I have with the DNA looks awesome. The alpha looks awesome. The beta looks it looks like worn out
It
because they
does a
did
little
like a.
bit, yeah.
It's not like a bright silver. It's more like a pewter.
That's true. But I
Yeah.
think they've done a good job of tying the whole pack together. So like you've got the silver gold, and then like the silver
Mm-hmm.
gold blend on the alpha. It's a really nice kind of blend of a pack.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an excellent shout for a great pack from this year.
Mm-hmm.
However, back to the moments, Pred.
Mm-hmm.
What I was saying was that while I don't overly love the colorway, I
Mm-hmm.
think the details that they put into it
Yeah.
really do make it a great contender for a great boot that should definitely be in the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Because it has all the classic Predator
yeah.
things that we want.
It's yeah, I think that's the other thing is like brands are getting more detail oriented a lot better these days.
Mm,
Um Richard Konczynski, the guy who did I brought these because I thought we were doing all time, but then I realized my mistake. But like the guy who designed these, right? He's
yes,
very
yeah, yeah.
much he's very much a details person. And I wasn't even thinking about this at all. Our friend Ben will say like, "Oh, you should have been," but like the whole like you've been wearing a shoe for maybe a month or something, and then you look down and you're like, "I didn't notice this had this."
Yeah,
And like brands are getting more like that, and I really like that. Like even simple things like this is a very simple boot, but the orange stitching, just something a little different to make it just stand out a little bit more. And
yeah,
I think
absolutely.
I really think that's what I like about these Pred Moments boots. Even though this isn't my favorite color Pred of the year, like it's hard to beat this in terms of like details and what it does, and like the box was amazing as well. You know,
Yeah.
really
No,
really good
I
stuff.
absolutely agree. I think they did an excellent job with the overall presentation on that.
But Josh Tossel is right; they should have been leather.
If you're gonna do yes, if you're gonna do they are doing a leather pred. Obviously, we've
Mm-hmm.
seen kind of leaks and such like, but why was it not that one? It
Mm-hmm.
should have been that one, right?
Yeah, that's bizarre.
That
Just a
is so
bizarre
bizarre.
decision. The Zidane precisions are really nice. That's a good shout. The Puma
That
Ultra Japan racetrack ones, the Suzuka ones,
oh yeah,
I still love it. I still would love to get a pair, but I sure as hell am not paying anywhere close to full price for those.
are they even still available? Can you still get them?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's loads available still.
Okay, but they're
Yeah.
just
But
obscene
I've
prices
seen
still.
them like Pro Direct Ireland has them like 25% off, but it's like no 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 no.
It's
I,
and
I
because,
ain't
but they're
messing
the
with that.
carbon as well, aren't they? So they're just too
Well, there's a
expensive
non-carbon as well.
with the gold sole plate.
Yeah, which is probably what I prefer.
Yeah, I think that is nicer and also something you're more likely to wear. like over
Hmm.
the carbon. Like you'd wear the carbon once or twice and then be like, yeah, I'm done with
Yeah.
this. I'm done with this madness. I
Yeah.
can't take this madness anymore. I will pull up a picture of those because they were absolutely lovely.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I'm
again, for that, it was details. The problem with the Puma stuff is it's Puma. So they can't let anything just live. They're like,
yeah,
oh, wow, we did
breathe
this.
for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Like, this was really done. The Miami racetrack one was also really well done. Like, they kind of blew Addy out of the water in terms of, like, that Miami vibe.
Yes, absolutely.
But it's like, I mean, it doesn't matter with Puma because, like, they immediately replace every single boot.
Yeah,
Hi, Justin.
and they clearly desperately wanted the blue Ultra 6 to be the
Mm-hmm.
Silverstone boot
Mm-hmm.
because even if you look at like the special boxes and stuff that they've sent out to people, it's like a jerry can, like a gas
Yeah.
canister,
Yeah.
fuel can, and the whole marketing was an F1 car, but they clearly couldn't come to an agreement over price to use Silverstone, so it's not a Silverstone boot. It released at the
Yeah.
right time.
Yeah.
They just clearly did not have the rights. It's even the right colors, really. Like a
Mm-hmm.
few little tweaks here and there, and you'd have a Silverstone
Yeah.
like boot, which would have been probably the most well wanted of
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Of
ones that are
that whole
available.
pack. Yeah.
But I imagine that Silverstone also knew that and were like,
Yeah.
yeah, we would like all the money, please.
Exactly.
Um, you know,
Silver F50 Messi. Oh, you mean like the white, black, red one? Which I have a pair of. I didn't bring them in here because I'm a silly, silly man. But
Silver
I do love
F50
those a
Messi
lot.
Elite. The
The
new
white,
one.
the the new one, the white, black, red. Huh?
Yeah,
Silver.
silver, white, black, red, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
got
yeah. Well,
silver down the side.
it's yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Are we
oh yeah,
thinking of
yeah,
the
yeah.
same
Okay,
boot?
yeah, yeah. We are. I
Yeah,
completely forgot about the silver down the side. Yeah, those are superb.
I do like them, but they wouldn't make it into my like top 10 of
No,
boots of the
because I
year. I
think
don't think.
like as much as I love them from like a personal standpoint, I have to like it's one of those things like there's other boots that are more pleasing aesthetically overall, I think.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Oh,
do think they're nice though.
the blue, yellow, silver ones. The problem with that is it very much seems like an homage to the 98 Mercurial. Remember the one that's got like
Oh
a
yes, yes, yes,
yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
yeah,
I did my review of the pros on those with using
yeah,
those.
yeah,
It took me a second, like, to be like, this is the other
yeah,
problem with colorways. There's too damn many of them, so I can't
yeah,
even remember
yeah,
them all.
yeah, yeah,
But yes, and so close to that. Like you say, that mercurial.
yeah.
Just so close. I do have a really left field pick for me
This is a
and
left
in
field podcast, so
general. So this is
it's a black
madness
boot.
for it is, yeah.
Oh
This is
my god.
madness for me, and also a completely insane pick generally. Part of this is the presentation of it with the box and everything, and some of it is just like a bit of nostalgia, like me
Hmm.
and such like. However, I really like these.
I can't get past the fact like if they're leather, I'd be happier with them. I just can't get past the like the sheen because okay, from that photo is pretty good, but any up close photos you can notice how cheap the synthetic is.
Yeah, it feels like the pro tier synthetic. Now, to be fair, it is only a pro tier boot with a price added onto it. It's €160 at
Yeah.
full price. So it is that pro tier synthetic, which is fine, but it's
Hmm.
synthetic. It's
Yeah.
not leather. It's very synthetic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like the packaging. I like the Mondial collab. I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
pink,
It's really
the
it
Mondial
was
through the back.
yeah, it's well done. It's
Um,
just you
but
know.
yeah, I will give you that about like the finish on the front is not the best. But yeah, that was my. I felt I needed to throw in some left field pick.
Yeah.
But yeah, have we got anything else coming in the chat there that I need to
Cosmic
find
Speed
quickly?
Mercs.
Cosmic Speed Mercs. Which one were they?
The bright red ones or the black ones or the ones they've done that whole collection on?
Yeah. Hold on. So there was the Cosmic Speed. There's the black, and then there's the pink and the green, wasn't there? Hold on. Let me pull those up. I will throw an image of those up on screen. If my internet worked a little faster, I would have these on the screen faster because I'm actually getting quite quick at this. There we go.
Molto io. Nah, molto io.
Downloading. Me saying downloading a lot.
My son is trying to pass me messages through the door. It looks like a drawing of a racetrack.
Is it Suzuka? Because if it is, I'll be very impressed.
These. Yeah.
I'm assuming these, which I don't love, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan. I haven't been a huge fan of this entire kind of Cosmic Speed run, but I think that's more because I'm being swayed by the fact that the finish is kind of weird and takes away from like the best thing about the boot. So that one's not quite doing it for me, I will be honest. But you know what? That's fine.
You are going to be put on timeout for 24 hours.
What is happening here?
Oh. RM Guardiola is sitting there harassing somebody.
Why are we harassing people? Stop that. This is a nice place to be.
We're not going to do that. There you go.
I don't come on here for entertainment to have people seriously harass people. This is a nice place.
Also, I like when you time out somebody. I did 24 hours and it puts it in seconds.
Oh, nice.
So. Yeah, people keep bringing up custom Adlers. I actually brought one of mine.
Let's get it.
But I actually brought this one. But obviously I got these last year. So, but yeah, the custom Adler stuff has been really, really well done. So
yeah, the quality of it as well is pretty fantastic. I love the custom Adlers. I cannot justify it one bit, but I kind of want another pair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, right?
But
they paused their program for the moment. So
have they?
They have.
Just too many orders?
Yeah, looks like that. I think they weren't fully prepared.
They weren't prepared for that.
Well, if only somebody told them.
Who might have done that?
I don't know. It's weird.
So I do also have a pick for my favorite colorway on my least favorite boot of the year.
Mm-hmm. It's Future 8.
This one.
Yeah, somebody brought up the creativity in the chat.
Was it Matt? Because Matt and I have both said multiple times that we really like this.
I think it is. Yeah.
But yeah, so I think this was a very, very nice colorway. And if I ever felt the need to wear a pair of Future 8s again, which I don't think I ever do.
Matt is going up in the chat. Yeah.
I would, definitely Matt. I would definitely go for these. Oh, shit.
Nice.
Oh, I'm back.
You're back.
Oh, nice.
Amazing.
I slipped. Actually, 1 second. Entertain the people. I have something else to show people, which I forgot that I have. 1 second.
We're not really in the circle with Sokito, and if you follow Sokito's social media, you'll see that they'll occasionally post like their athletes group chat, and they will just send pictures of colorways and stuff, but they won't show the colorways. They'll just tell them like 1, 2, or 3, or 4, and you'll see you'll just see the responses, not the colorways themselves.
I have returned.
What you got?
Here we go. So recently, you guys who are members will be able to see this tomorrow, I want to say. I roped my wife into helping me with a boot review. And because my wife is an exceptional sport and a lovely person, just
Mhm.
basically she
Very
went along
lovely.
with it.
Mhm.
So in order to
Brings
do
up the
this,
future 8, slips like Cucurella.
so accurate. So in order to do this,
Beautiful.
I obviously had to get some boots in. So the whole idea was that to see if my wife could spot the difference between a women's fit boot and a unisex fit boot using the brand new Puma Future women's fit that they made a huge
Mhm.
deal out of. So I have a unisex Future 8 in pretty much one of the more recent
Mhm.
colorways, which is fine. And then I also have the women's fit in the women's colorway, which is actually very
Mhm.
nice. This
Yeah,
came out very,
that's a
very
good
nicely.
colorway.
This is a good colorway.
I really
But yeah, I
like how
just
they
remembered I
did
had
that.
these, and I thought I would bring them out. But yeah, there is a review that will be dropping on the channel at some point in the next couple of weeks. Members will probably get it tomorrow. Of my wife essentially working out if which one of these boots fits her better, giving
Mhm.
like a blind reaction. She doesn't know which one's which. So she's
Nice.
just giving a blind reaction to this one fits me better here, this one fits me better here. And we go through the whole thing. And yes, I think you get kind of like an interesting insight into what she likes about both boots. And then she
Mhm.
picks at the end which one she likes and which one she thinks is the women's fit boot. It was
Nice.
also a lot of fun to
Yeah.
film, so I put a few little outtakes in there as well.
It's
So
awesome.
yes, very thank you to Ellen for being.
Guest on next week's pod.
If one of us didn't have to be in the house in order to make sure that our child was safe, then I could probably get her on the pod.
Yeah.
But she will be right now probably, well, actually at this point probably asleep, but she would normally be watching Netflix, a little bit of wine. She'll be very
Yeah.
happy. But yeah, so do you have one boot, because we are over time,
Yeah, we are.
do you have a boot that you would like to say this is like my favorite colorway of the year?
I am torn because being the old man that I am, these do something special for me. But also being the guy I am, so do these. So
Mm,
I kind of can't pick between these two, to be honest. Tracker, thank you so much.
yeah, huge
So
thank
kind
you,
of you.
man.
Yeah.
Huge thank you. And like literally does genuinely make a difference. So my answer is going to be your Unisport Furons, and I
Yeah.
think it's the details that do it.
You got to
It's
get
the
a pair,
extra little
man.
bits here and there.
You
Yeah,
got to get a pair. Look,
I have
think,
two.
think of how
I
good
I have
if you
two pairs of
sell
Furons.
your boots. Oh my gosh, James. Just well, do you remember last time when you gave me a list of your boots
Yeah,
and I wrote down prices for you,
yeah, I do remember that.
and then you ignored the prices, but still, I at least did that.
I used most of them.
You did not.
70%.
Maybe 50%.
Call it
But yeah,
60% of
you
them.
sell more boots. Get these because these are superb. Like I would.
I assume they'll end up on sale at like a
Oh,
reasonable
Chris,
discount
thank
as
you
well.
so much.
Oh, Chris, man, thank you. Like
Yeah.
you've got your own channel to run, man. We
Yeah, you
appreciate
got your own
that.
channel to
God
worry
damn, you
about.
got your stuff to
Yeah,
worry about.
seriously. Yeah,
But
you should
yeah,
get a
no,
pair of
those I
these.
think are fantastic.
These might need a brother or something. So,
Chat. Throw in your picks for your favorite boot of the year so far, colorway
Mhm.
wise, and I think we will flip to our lovely members chat for maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
Kind of went on a rant, anyways.
We've rambled.
Yeah.
That's a members chat kind of like that.
Hooray!
Ramble is definitely a members chat thing. But
You're
anyway,
welcome.
you're welcome everybody for listening to that. So I'm going to flip us over to a members only chat, ladies and gentlemen. So members, thank you very much for continuing to support. Everybody else, thank you very much for joining us. And do let us know your thoughts on what boot you would prefer.
Yeah, or leave them in the comments.
Leave them,
On the
leave them in the
catch-up.
comments if you're not joining us live, as most
Yep.
people do not. We spend a lot of time talking to all of you live people. The
Yeah,
majority
seriously.
of you watch us on the catch up, which we appreciate.
Yeah.
We've got some good ones coming in, but with that, I am going to go and flip us 2 members. Thank you very much, everybody. And
Hey.
we
Bye.
hold on. I'm just gonna Leo, stay here. Don't leave because I will respond to that, but you won't be able to comment back because it's going to be in members. There we go. Members chat has been activated.